Good afternoon, Kenya. This is Kenya News Alert and I'm your host, House of Zulfa. Karibu kwenye Sema Nasi ambapo tunaongelelea mambo yanayojiri and ambapo tunataka wewe utusemeze sisi watu wa Kenya News Alert, utuambie yanayoendelea kwenu, utuambie ni nini kinachojiri ulivo. Si ndio ama uliko? You've asked and we've delivered. So yes. In a moment. So leo asubuhi tulimwona bwana Rigathi Gachagua alikuwa live. Alikuja, you know, sometimes unaambiwa as an elder, as a parent, you should humble yourself, you know. Na humble himself na akakuja live TikTok. Where Gen Z's tupo sisi. Akakuja. Akaja akaongea na aliongea mpaka machozi yalimtoka. That is how passionate he is for Kenya. That is how much he feels for Kenya. That is how much he feels the pain of the Gen Zs. So, that and more here. Aliweza kuongelelea na akauliza bwana president, Rigathi ni hospitali ambazo hazina madawa. Rigathi ni barabara ambazo hazitengezwa. Rigathi ni mashule ambayo hayana vitabu, hayana walimu enough, you know. So, let us get to meet my co-host and then the guest.
Yes. Hello guys. Felix, Andrew, I welcome you to the show once more. Thank you so much. We have got another guest here. I think itakuwa fiti kijaribu kujintroduce. Ndio bro?
You're very true. A very good afternoon to all Kenyans. I go by the name Nicholas Kioko. You can call me Kioko_recipes and creatives. It's pleasure to join the House of Zulfa and Felix onto this show that we can discuss the state of nation and what's happening in our country.
You are welcome, bro.
Asante sana.
Yes. Zulfa.
Yes.
Nina taarifa kwamba Gachagua leo ameongea na aliyoyaongea si machache kule TikTok. Hebu tuambie.
As I've said, yes, aliongelea vitu nyingi, aliongelea vitu vingi. And I've said hapo mwanzo, if you are listening, I said that aliuliza maswali kadhaa. Aliuliza Rigathi barabara ambazo zijatengenezwa. Rigathi hospitali ambazo mpaka wa sasa hazina madaktari, hazina dawa. Rigathi the schools without teachers and without books and the allocation of funds for the students. Rigathi all that? Yendo hizo vitu Felix.
Why are they keeping on talking about him instead of working?
Kuna mtu ambaye amenitumia kitu akaniambia. Sawa?
Yes.
The president of Kenya alitumia 2 years. Sawa? Planning on how to impeach Mr. Rigathi Gachagua, and then now he's going to use 2 more years explaining why. And then the last itakuwa ni campaign.
Well, we have seen this before from the political class.
Yes.
To be precise, you know, from the one and only, you know, Its Excellency. Easy, like Kenyans, we are not in need of those talks.
Yes, we are done with the talks.
It's almost, you know, ndo tumeanza mwaka wa 3 and literally we can't, the government can't show Kenyans any tangible project or development they have done to Kenyans. Onto the issue of is Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, the former deputy president. I guess it's so unfortunate to see the government talk, you know, and have all these discussion about, you know, the former deputy president.
Yes.
That's Honorable Rigathi Gachagua.
Yes.
Instead of telling Kenyans what they have done, what they are about to do for the remaining 2 to 3 years.
Yes.
You know, those are the kind of the talks, you know, the Kenyans want. Instead, we are seeing like what we have seen for the past 3 days.
Yes.
The president and his brigade, they have camped to the western region.
Yes.
For more than, and I guess they will spend, like this the entire week, in western region. Okay, it's what we are seeing is not new. We know there is excellency, Mr. President is trying to woo, the western votes. And these strategies anatumia
ni strategies ambazo hatutaki.
Ni vitu ni strategies amekuwa kitumia, tactics amekuwa kitumia tangu, like pia hata leo asubuhi kwa hiyo live TikTok ya Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua ameambia watu wa western what president is doing is not new. That's what, that's the tactic he used, to woo the votes from the mountain.
Yes.
He used to come, like in a region, Noa region for more than 6 days.
Yes.
Going from village to a village, trying to convince
that and how you voters. Convincing us? Which now, kind of methods are you using to convince us?
We will do
sasa.
But that was during, like when they were campaigning for the 2022 general election.
Yeah.
Now it's we are in 2025.
2025.
Miaka mbili already imeisha, and you still going to western instead of telling them what you have done for the past 2 years.
Tulisema jana, you remember yesterday we said.
Yeah.
And we add Sifuna, tell him. Ukifanya hivi vitu, these people you won't need to convince them.
You don't need to convince them.
It will be already there. They know kama watu wa Mandera. And I feel so sorry for them kama wamekuwa bila stima tangu June. Ramadhan tangu Ramadhani.
Hata si Ramadan to Ramadan.
Alikuwa
anasema Ramadan to Ramadan.
So hawana stima.
Sasa unajua kuna vitu zingine zinakaa very funny.
Yes.
Wakati unaacha watu hiyo time yote bila kusupport watu wapate stima, what does that mean in that region? Does it mean that region haina watu wenye wanaweza?
No, unaona.
Let me tell you the truth. Those leaders who come from that region, truly they are irresponsible. They are very, very irresponsible.
When the head of the family fails, trust you me, the whole family will fumble.
But bro, can I remind you something? When the head of the family may fail, it never meant that hata watoto wa familia hapo hawawezi nini, hawawezi simama waanze kulia hadi dadi aanze kuwasikiza. Unajua, let me tell you, unless maybe that head of the family akona watoto washanga. But when the head of the family akona watoto wenye hadi anaweza tu meenda mfanye kitu mahali, nenda mkafanye kitu mahali, nenda mkafanye kitu mahali. These children of the family, the sons and daughters of that family, they have got an audacity of standing firm and tell their dad that, Dad, you are making us to strain. There's something going wrong somewhere. Dad, kuna wenye wanaweza jililia like, Dad, nguo yangu imezeeka.
Yes.
Dad, sijui nini.
Yes.
Dad, at least
yes,
hiyo kelele yao inaweza fanya dad afungue akili, maybe kama alikuwa ameifunga kidogo, ama atoke kwa usingizi kama alikuwa kwa usingizi. Yes.
So Mr. Felix, talking about family, we are relating it, with our today's government. Our today's government, whereby our father is the head of the state, His Excellency, the president, Mr. President. Tukisema baba ameangusha familia, watoto wake, instead of wamwambie baba unatuangusha, Baba, our father, you are failing us. You are not honoring what you said, what you are supposed to do as our father.
You're not keeping your own knee.
They are not doing that. Instead, they are supporting his downfall.
No, I don't see watoto. I'm gonna say those are the wives. Watoto ndo sisi.
Asante, watoto ni sisi.
Wives ndo wako like uko fine.
Tu wanasemanga kichwa, baba ni kichwa.
Ni shingo.
Mwanamke bibi ni shingo.
Yes.
So viongozi wetu ndo shingo.
The wives now.
The wives now.
I'm not telling him.
You're right.
I want be that Chiki babe ufanye shit vizuri hapa. Hao watoto hawana do ya school fees. Wanamwambia nataka wigs.
In course ndo kuna sindo nesa. You are not beating things well.
Yes. Like they're not telling him.
Yeah.
They're not telling him the truth. They're not telling him out wana school fees wako like unajua kuna saluni umefunguliwa kwa nataka kufanya nails zangu. You know, nataka this is what I'm talking about. Wanachukua jets flying kwenda kwa Lu, flying kutoka hapa kufika pale stage wanachukua jets. Wakina Mbandi and Ichungwa have abandoned cars now.
They have abandoned cars.
Wanaenda na jets.
That's very true.
The wives. Na sasa unakuja unapata the first wife wenye tulisema jana, which was Charity. Charity anaumia nyumbani.
Charity anaumia nyumbani.
Unapata Charity amekonda.
Kweli kabisa.
Charity watoka wasomi. Charity akutu pale. And that's why Rigathi anauliza wewe uko huku ukitembea na magari huku, Gazla ambayo ni mali ya umma inajaza hiyo petroli. And you know those are Gazlas.
Do you know Zulfa? Do you know like in that how do you call that, the motorcade of the president?
Yes.
Inakuwa na magari ngapi?
Inakuwa na magari ngapi?
Umehesabu? Of late niliona hiyo motorcade during the recent tour yenye bado wako huko hivyo Western Nyanza. More than I counted them myself, you know. The motorcade. Almost, you know, like 30 plus.
Na zote ni si gari ndogo.
Ni Gazlas, machines, new models. Enye ukikanyaga tu clutch hivi inafunguanga hivi ina meza. Hiyo ni kama ina meza taxpayers money. Hizo gari zinafueliwa na taxpayers money. Watu kwenye wanalala, viongozi kwenye wanalala, taxpayers money.
And here we are.
Pesa yenye wanatumia kupanda hizo mics, kutengeneza the stage, ni nini hizo tents, taxpayers money.
That's, you know, that is why tunauliza swali. Sawa? When you use that taxpayers money to go out here to sell your sellers out here, sindio, and you're not telling us about anything that is lucrative or is like important to us, you just hear spewing in fact the facts over your ex. Unajua ni ex wangu alifanya nisifanye, ni ex wangu alifanya nisifanye. Sawa, why though? Why using that?
I'm wondering.
Amekuwa gone for a year.
Yes. I'm in the same WhatsApp group with you. I'm in the same puzzle with you, Zulfa. Yes. I'm asking myself, a whole working government, city government, where are we discussing about an impeached, you know, regarding Gachagua?
Yes.
He is no longer in the government. Why are we talking about him? The ones that were in the government. Why are you talking about, you know, regarding Gachagua? He is no longer in the government. Why are you making him, you know, the daily topic?
Yeah, what I've said. There's someone says it too. You know, I was like, you know, there are people who wanna know mnakuja kusema nini, and I'm like, it's like, this person spent 2 years of venye tu ameshinga wakiti, but ila kufanya vile vitu ambavyo walikuwa wameambia wa Kenya I will do. Vitu ambavyo alisema this is what I'm gonna do. 2 years akiplan venye atatoa ujamaa. Akamtoa. Sasa ameanza, you know, this person failed me. He failed you what?
2 years. So hapo hivi ni kupigwa kipindi.
Kama alikufail, let me ask you right now. You break up with someone, si ndio? And ulikuwa ujenge na maybe alikuwa amekula pesa yako ya kujenga, si ndio? Now do you go saying, unajua nilikuwa nijenge, lakini sasa sikujenga juu na huyo mtu amekuwa gone here. You should have refocused.
Now sasa you have to go back to the drawing board, re-strategize and you know, like strategize again and focus how you're going to build again.
Because you've already married another wife.
Thank you. Why are you talking about your ex-wife? She is gone.
You are seeing your ex being, your wife, your recent being slapped.
Why are you being bitter? That's the question we're asking the government. Why are you being bitter?
Why are you being bitter?
Why are you being bitter?
Ama you thought he's gonna die. He's gonna go back to Wamunyoro and die.
One thing that I know and I'm very much sure of, it's you know, the former deputy president is a threat to this government.
Yes.
That's why, because this government doesn't have anything to tell Kenyans or to show Kenyans. You know, the topic.
Inabidi wa go back to the things.
Does it?
You know this person.
Inabidi wakisimama kwa podium because each and every day juu hawana kitu ya kufanya.
Yeah.
Kama it's not, if they are not looting, they are lying.
Yes.
You know, there is no any development that's going in this country.
Yeah.
They keep relaunching projects each and every day.
Relaunching what?
Hapo sasa unajua nimetulia niwasikize kidogo. Na truly bro, you have got a very good point. They don't have anything they can show us at hand that this is what we have managed. You see? That's why wanna take most of the time talking about something that we are not even interested. You see, we are supposed to see this is what we have done and this is what we have been
even should they even come to tell us
sasa kwanza kutafuta unajua hiyo kitu yenye umesema like kwenda kutafuta ex girlfriend unamfuatilia nini
ushamari already he is married now
Felix at this point ushamari
na ushamari
lakini sio another thing
huyu ex wife hata kama maybe anakuongelelea mahali inakuhusu nini why are you taking interest
why you out here telling us about your ex
and you have a wife
you guys unaanza kuambia watoto wako nao unajua ningewalipia school fees lakini unajua mama ya mwenye alienda what is that now what is that
I'm very much sure that even the current wife is worried he's a professor.
He was slapped.
He's a professor of human rights, or it's a lawyer, something of that sort.
Yes, and he was slapped trying to. I heard alikuwa like he has that kind of voice. He was like sasa ndaenda aje huko mbele kuongelea issue zenu na akaambiwa he was being told go aende kwa press conference apparently the rumors that he was being told that go aende ile wakati walikuwa watu wamebaktiwa aende aongee atetee serikali and then he was like ndaenda aje huko mbele kuatetea na mnajua yes what am I going to say and you abducting their children hapo ndo aliagushiwa mbata.
But we have heard it from the former deputy president that like my friend scripts some notes to his people what they gonna say maybe like the current wife was actually in the right position to ask what am I going to tell people because you have kept writing onto us what we're going to tell what we are going to tell people so kindly write to me tell me what I'm going to tell these people
and then Faruku was like Faruku chapa mtu coffee
and for the very first time like I saw like the second in command having how do you call the glasses
Ati
for the very, in public he has never worn those things I'm trying to remember during the
but they could have just applied makeup on that.
Sorry,
they could have applied makeup on that.
They could.
Makeup can hide any bruise.
Maybe it was so big
they hide
the glasses said to fit in for that case
that case. Is not good.
That's not good.
The second in command alipigwa mbara and that person is still working.
It's
working huku. What is that
but
though?
He doesn't have say. Like you being a deputy president doesn't mean like because you the head and I'm your deputy like I'm your deputy because umeniita pale nikusaidie kazi so nikikukosoa tafadhali kosoleka nikikwambia you are not stepping the right path please let's step here because you then mimi niko nyuma yako umeniweka hapo hivyo nikuwe macho yako niko na kuangalia tufanye kazi pamoja huku niweka hapo tu nikuwe tu na kufuata hapana ni tufanye kazi pamoja and I'm not feeling so good when I'm seeing like our current government going everywhere standing on top of those their luxury cars those guzzlers
and kwanza abusing
hizo gari zetu kuna mtu anazitanga gari zetu because zimenuliwa na public money.
They didn't go with their own money and buy those cars. They bought it with their own money.
And imagine
mkuu unajua yes watu wanaziita gari zetu lakini enda uingie ndani
no hata huwezi karibia huwezi zikaribia
inaka crazy
security tight so in short like our leaders our today's leaders what they are doing at their level best it's benefiting and benefit themselves and caring more about their self interest. Are we right to say that?
Yes.
Are we right to say that?
I can't deny that.
I can't. Imagine hakuna venye kiongozi wa inchi atasimama mbele ya watu instead of kuambia citizens this is what we have done. This is what we are doing. Tangible things. This is what we are going to do. Si ati tumetenga mani nini. Tunataka this tuoneshe chenye umefanya, chenye inaendelea kufanyika saa hizi na plan ya vitu zenye utafanya. Kama kiongozi mwenyewe wa nchi hizi ongelea such topics or such developments in front of like those rallies, hakuna vile governor hapa chini pia atasimama kuambia watu wake even ndivyo county inafanya.
Atasema aje na boss wake aseme?
Tutakuwa tu like tutakuwa tunafanya a back and forth game, like kurushiana.
But our government have become a government of repetition of like, ndakwambia aje, mtu akisimama they are talking about the same shit. Kama si hivyo it is matusi.
Imagine,
yani it's either aongelee Gachagua, that is repetition because that is old news, yes, and then ama aanze kutusi watu ama kwambia uame Kenya.
Jamani, tutakuwa tunapiga siasa kutoka January to December.
Hakuna maendeleo, hakuna wakati tutasema tukue like now in Kenya is not all about political issues. Yes. Now in Kenya we're talking about
the real issues.
Kumejengwa mashule 100, yes. Walimu wamefanyiwa, hospitali zimejengwa, zingine
zingapi zimejengwa, ziko na wahudumu wa kutosha,
yes.
Ziko na dawa za kutosha. Hizo ndizo vitu we are supposed to be discussing.
That is the point, bro.
Jamani, mimi like
that is the point.
It's saddening to see like our leaders, our today's leaders wakiongea wakisimama mbele ya wananchi, instead again of talking about development, they are discussing real issues. They are discussing people. Na kama siku discuss people, they are discussing they are abusing.
Ama vitendawili ambavyo watuelewi.
Na kama si vitendawili wanatutusi sisi kama wa Kenya, jamani. Jamani.
Mkuu, uliona kuna mtu mwenye ninakumbuka ni Bo. Huyo mwenye amesimama tena mbele ya president. Ni President Zulfa alimpatia microphone ama? Yule
Faruk, yule Mahali.
Huyo mwenye anasema za mama yenu.
Nasikia the president was clapping.
Si umuite majina zake mbili.
Farah. I'm even forgetting that person's name. Farah.
I don't like bro the way he
sijatoka from the mountain but neza end up nimeshrub. So ni acha tu neza instead ya R neza ka L. So acha tu niache.
So Farah Mahalim.
Very bad.
Mahalim anasema they said that we cannot even print what he said.
It's so bad.
We can't even ujumbe aliongea live. But sasa hizi live we can't put what he said.
Na kando wake kulikuwa ganani?
Prezo.
The head of
na women
mmoja.
Hatukuange na head of nini? Sholei ndo the deputy speaker of national assembly.
Na bado ndo women representative wa nini?
Na hizi ongea kitu.
Na anaibia watu lands huko.
Wacha kwanza na hizi ongea kitu kuhusiana na hiyo insult.
It's not time to cry.
We already cried.
We have already tumelia ya kutosha.
To jam sasa.
Kitu yenye nitasema leo quoting what His Excellency the former deputy president, the only truthful man tumebaki na yeye. Ametuambia saizi tumepiga siasa vizuri like tumeongelea huko hivi mtandaoni. Sawa? And we will keep injecting because the information saizi iko accessible na anyone. Tumefanya hiyo na tumeifanya vizuri sana. So hatutamalizia hii vita yetu ya kutaka like a good country hapa kwa mitandao.
This is what they said. Continue then I'll read something about Ruto.
True. Sasa lazima to engage our fellow countrymen and women. Hiyo wakati wa kujiandikisha kama wapigaji kura, tujitokeze. Numbers. Unaona venye tumemobilize huku hivi kwa social media. The same energy yenye tuliput kwa social media. Sasa tujitokeze physically. Register kama voters. Na wakati wa kupiga kura tujitokeze tena asubuhi
kabisa.
Let me ask you, I want to ask you something.
This the regime out.
Yes. On that jitokeze.
Yes.
Kuna madem flani there's a group.
Yeah.
There's a group I heard it saying juzi. Waitwa aje? Rumba something. Wanasema jitokeze.
Hebu jitokeze. Simama.
Hebu jitokeze.
Hello.
Jionyeshe. Inaenda hivyo.
Simama.
Mbele ya watu.
Exactly. Now that is what I'm trying to what?
Yes.
Tell people mjitokeze, sawa, mjionyeshe mbele ya watu. And what is the government, tupige kura. Sawa? On that note, we're told that the president alikuwa anatumia siasa fulani, si ndio? So someone is telling me Now this is what Gachagua said. Yeah, Ruto camped in Mount Kenya since 2018. With empty promises, he would spend 4 out of 5 days in a week in central Kenya.
Yes.
He knew every road
and
market by name.
Repeat that point again.
Yes, he knew every road
by its name
and market by name.
By name.
Hata asende Kikuyu alikuwa ameshaanza kutafuta.
Kabisa.
Sawa. Muriega. Sawa. Like anaijua. Unapata na Mkikuyu anajua hata Mkikuyu like this is a real cute.
You know, like he's using, you know, the old tactic. Easy maneno tunajua. Hii ni mchezo ya town bwana.
Like tushacheza
hiyo ni karata. Hiyo ni karata.
Tushajua hii ndo karata hii.
Sasa one good thing I'm loving with the today's, you know, like in today's Kenya. Hii Kenya yetu. People watu wameamuka. Watu wanajua hii mchezo ya town. Hata mtu mwenye kwa pale hivyo grassroots bwana, my friend, anajua hii mchezo ya town.
Anajua na well.
Utakuja hapa maneno matamu but hakuna action. Maneno hata saizi niambie bwana Felix. Hata saizi if you are wooing for that crush of yours. Saizi huwezi enda tu maneno matamu. Zimeisha.
People don't want those lies.
Like, usiniambie maneno matamu zenye hazina action. Show me real things.
I want to see the real things you're talking about.
Kwenye comments endwa Jeremy Gamer anasema Ruto has been launching projects since 2013. But none has been started. But he has started campaigning for 2027. How the fuck are you campaigning for no matter ulisikia Sifuna akisema utakujaje kuambia hawa watu nataka 10% when they have no roads, it is dust. When they have no electricity, when they have no dorms, when they have no hospitals, when they have no mortuaries, when they are here without no water.
When they don't know how to take their products, you know, to that nearest market because of poor infrastructure.
They don't have infrastructure.
Wengine hadi wamezaliwa bro, wengine hadi wamezaliwa wakapatana na environment yao ni ya vumbi na mchanga na iko hivyo hadi wa leo. Wakikuja Nairobi ndio wanaona ni kama Nairobi ni heaven.
It's like a different place.
In today's world. Mbona mtu nataka kurudishwa enzi zenye tulitoka back to them days.
Let me tell you, mimi kwanza one thing ilifanya nikahurumia watu wa Mandela ni stima.
Na mbona every time tunaongelea the serikali inaongelea, you know, the last mile connectivity, we are doing this. Kwa nini hizi vitu hazifanyiki kwa ground?
Si kwani umesikia Jeremy kitu amesema things have been launched. Things are launched
since 2013.
Launching, tunajua I love the way he's like natenga tumefanya wapi tangible things, and you had that Gen Z. I think you ulisikiza JK live.
Yeah, true.
Tell me what that Gen Z, tell the people of Kenya what that Gen Z was telling other Kenyan Gen Z.
You know, the Kenya Gen Z, now it's called, you know, the Kenya Gen Z. It's a movement. These are today's Gen Zs. It doesn't care the age. As long as, you know, like you feeling the, you know, the pain and the pressure that the government has, you know, has put onto us, you know, you are welcome to this movement. It doesn't care wewe ni mzee ama nini, wewe ni Gen Z. As long as unateseka kama mtu mwenye anateseka huko hivyo Nyalenda.
Yes.
The same pain. The same pain inaenda mtu mwenye akona huko hivyo Kitui
and Kisii and even watu wa Nyandarua and Kirinyaga, we are feeling the same thing.
So now, like, we don't have to say like these are Gen Z's movement, these are millennial movement.
No,
we are all Gen Z's.
It's a Kenyan movement.
It's our fight. It's a movement. You know, and I'm loving, you know, like for the very first time, you know, Kenyans are speaking in one voice. And I trust you, Zulfa and Felix.
Yes,
we are winning this war. That's what I keep telling you on a daily basis.
I have that feeling.
I have that feeling. I have seen it, you know, like we are winning this war. This time round, we are winning.
We are winning.
We have already started winning.
Because this power began for the people. I'm gonna go back to like 1960, because war ikuinua 1963. People think that, but it wasn't won then. It was won kitambo. They were in the process of transitioning power. Transition power. Na kusoma vitabu mpewe vitabu.
Kusoma vitabu ni nini muelewe hapa ndo.
So we want this war kitambo.
Yes, we want this war kitambo.
Yeah, but
so saizi tuna implement.
Yeah.
Transitioning.
So like What was I saying?
You're saying
Was it?
You were saying about this war, we won it from Kitambo. Now we are in that era of transitioning.
The power for the people. Yeah. So the power, the Kenyan people got the power back from the Mzungu.
Yes.
Tukapewa our power back, and that's why you saw Jomo Kenyatta being the president. Sindio? And it was our power. I don't know where we gave it up. Sikumbuki where we gave it up, the power. Ikabaki na imerudi down to these people.
Koloni mambo leo.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Ooh, yes.
Colonial
in current ways, and it is our own people colonizing us. Sawa. So now then people wamefika place, and our parents gave it up, and their parents gave it up the power, and they were like, you know what, sababu kuna elimu ya bure, sababu tunakunywa maziwa ya Nyayo, you know, power iko tu fit ikai huko, si ndio? But then that power wamekuwa wakichukua, and they are taking even the little power we have, they are taking it. You know, you can only take too much, or you can only take so much from someone until they are like, you know what, no, stop.
That's it.
Sindio? And then now we come to this era, and we're like, no, we need the power back.
Yes. You know, Zulfa,
we need
the power.
The power back. The power was for the people.
Yeah.
That's why Dedan Kimathi died. For the people, to the people, by the people. And now it's coming back to us.
Yes.
And obviously, as I usually say, sawa, tusibehave tuliambiagwa na bwana Kimki, sawa, tusibehave ni kama like we didn't expect the system to fight back. Obviously ingetupea tu kitu hivi, like you know, omekamia hapa wenu shikeni basi, obviously
hakuna kitu napatia nangu hivi.
Haiwezi pati hata hiyo, haiwezi peano hivyo. You have to sweat for it.
Hata hiyo ingine
peano hivyo.
Hakuna kitu napatia nangu hivi. You have to sweat for this to get this.
At least when you're worthy for this.
Yeah, and Kenyans are worthy for this fight.
And Kenyans are like, you know what?
We're
going to take it back. That's why you're seeing women storming.
Yeah.
Hapo kitabu they wouldn't storming. Wange storm, wangesema wali storm.
You know what, Zulfa? It reaches, you know, at a point where, you know, like you can't bear the pain anymore. And on today's world, you know, the pain that has been you know, like bestowed to the Kenyans, it's unbearable. We cannot bear it anymore.
Yes.
And that's why we are seeing even, you know, like young ladies, young women, like what we saw the other day, you know, like what wanajitokeza.
We saw Mary.
The likes of Mary.
Yes.
You know, stepping forward.
Yes.
And, you know, like asking for accountability.
Yes.
You know, asking for like the integrity. You know, like we want, like we want our country back. Where you like acting like, you know, like we are not humans. Why our leaders acting like they're the only human beings living in this country?
Yes.
While we are the one who elected them to those positions.
They are our public servants.
We did not elect them to those positions to act like chihuahuas.
Yes.
We elected them to those positions to serve us.
To serve. That's why when you're being sworn in,
I swear.
They say, I solemnly swear.
To serve
the people of Kenya. To serve.
To serve the people of Kenya.
Yeah, to serve.
To serve.
Yeah.
Now, when you took the oath and dare that you are going to serve.
Dictionary.
It's a Bible. And you say it by your own mouth.
They can brand it. They can brand the cover side.
But we don't want to care what
whether you brand it or not. You said you're gonna serve.
But they say it with their own mouth that
I solemnly swear.
I solemnly swear
before God
and
the people
and the Constitution.
Or the Constitution.
And the people of Kenya.
And the people of Kenya.
That I will serve.
Oh my God.
Underline the word. I will serve in bold.
I will serve you.
Why are you then acting like chihuahuas?
Yes. Like we want us
Kenyans, you know, to keep pushing. Come on, Bwana. We are tired.
It can't work.
Obed Ndani anasema ya kwamba Kikuyus wanatumia Gen Z ndio wapate mamlaka. Hakuna Kikuyus wanatumia nini? It's the entire of Kenya.
It's the entire Kenya. It's the whole country.
Let me hope.
Why does everything has to go back to Kikuyus?
Why is Kikuyu the main topic here? The central topic of discussion.
Tukianza kusema kitu hapa ni wa Kikuyu tu wanataka hizo Kikuyu nini?
My question, here comes my question. Wewe mwenye anauliza hilo swali ni Gen Z, I think si mtu mzima, si mtu mkubwa.
Tumesema saizi Gen Z inakata
kuna mwenye amecomment. Kuna mwenye amecomment anasema Kikuyus are using Gen Z. I don't think whether that will ever be the point.
Kwani wewe uko fiti mali uko Obed?
Hebu muulize Obed kama ako.
Maybe
Obed uko fiti mali kama wewe like you are good. You have a job.
Hebu mpatie Obed your lines, your studio lines, at least anaweza tupatia a call, maybe atuambie the state ya kwenye ako and how things
atueleze vizuri sivyo.
Maybe things are good there na sisi tuna complain.
Maybe they are good from his end, you know, but trust you me, kwa watu wenye wanatembea, kwa watu wenye wanapata information from different, you know, regions, from different dimension of this country, you know, like things are not working this country of ours. Trust you me, things are not working. They are not unless mtu mwenye tu, you know, like they are government bloggers wenye kazi yao nasikia wanadipanga 527
per day.
Imagine shilingi 527 za Kenya.
500 ukishanunua unga 200 na mafuta ya 150 hauna fare kurudi kwenu.
Hakuna. Na hiyo ni sapa peke yake.
Kesho you will be there.
Kuna breakfast, kuna lunch. Na tuseme uko na family. How are you going to survive? Come on, let us be serious as Kenyans. You know, we should, you know, like we should unite, all of us. Na tuongelee vitu jinsi zilivyo. We are not going to pretend things are working. We are not going to pretend.
Obed, Maliuko, I want you to
call
to WhatsApp us, either through phone call, in fact through call. It will make better.
Kim said, yes, Kim said atapiga simu. Yeah.
Ako wapi mbona hajamuona?
Asema ako ananiambia ako live.
Welcome, thank you sir. We are waiting for your call. What I'm trying to say, maybe Obed has got a point.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, mtu hawezi sema kitu bure.
Yes, we respect it.
Mtu hawezi sema kitu bure. So as we wait, if he's going to respond, we can just appreciate. Your point will be taken, will be given a consideration. Yeah, tuone kama maybe it will work. But the truth is, these people, they have messed up. Totally messed up.
We are doomed as a country.
Baya sana.
It's
and what really breaks my heart sometimes is that of which this is now our motto now, yes, and I usually read it, and if like you have my number, you know I usually post it as win jioni sawa, like kuna wale ambao watalipwa, kuna jenzi ambao watalipwa, washaanza kulipwa, wakaanza kulipwa wengine,
pesa iko.
Yeah,
but pesa ya kufanya development hakuna,
you know, and that's okay, we lipwa tu baki.
Okay.
Sawa, because obviously, you know, there's something that Nani Felix alisema asubuhi. Alisema there's something that people do. The moment that asijui alisema asubuhi, alisema siku gani wakati yule Raymond aliuliwa, they tie loose ends. They will tie loose ends. And you have betrayed your country. Not even Gen Z, you have betrayed your country. You are a traitor of this country.
You're a betrayer.
Yes.
Huh?
We shouldn't be laughing though. Of this nation, of this beautiful, you know, beautiful nation.
The Israel will go down
and
as, you know,
you betrayed.
You know.
Tukiwa pale tukikaa chini, when we're thinking about like people like Mary, sawa, people like Kim who helped you, people like Masai was killed, we're gonna remember them obviously.
Yeah, true.
Tutawekea monument. True patriots who died for this name.
For the flag.
Wakina Kibet, wakina huyu, wakina Kavuli.
Yes. Kavuli, the likes of Kibet.
Yes.
You know, the Mlolongo
when they
4,
go down, yes, and the three of
the Kitengela 3
and Kina Songa.
Yes. You know, like those are true patriots.
Yes,
and the Israel will go down and we'll remember you.
But you know, sometimes I usually say, which side of history do you want to be?
Yes.
Which side of history you want
to be?
Huh?
Now, on this matter, it's not all about history.
Yes.
We want a better Kenya.
Yes.
We want, you know, a country whereby everyone has a freedom to express.
To
do
walk.
To walk.
You know, people don't really get it when I say Dedan
To
Kimathi.
do business.
Yes. Dedan
To earn
Kimathi
money.
akufa for the freedom of this country. Na upate bado tunatembea kwa hii country tukiogopa. The same way mababu zetu walikuwa wanatembea wakiogopa na kipande system. You want us to go back to kipande system?
I'm wondering.
But then how was it back then? Walikuwa wanatembea wameweka kipande hapa.
The kipande
To add
system.
kipande system.
Yeah, and they used to work in capturas. You know?
Yes. Na kulikuwa restaurants za hawa na hawa. When the wazungu wanted us to stop talking Kamba and Kikuyu and Hijaka.
Even the schools kulikuwa na shule za Asians, kulikuwa na shule za Africans. Like, you know, it was a divided country. But we can't allow ourselves and our beautiful country to go back then, you know, to the things that used to happen during those them days. You know, we are in a new Kenya. We are in a new generation whereby watu wamesoma, people are enlightened, people got information, people can access information, and people know their rights. People know what's wrong and what's right. All right, Zulfa?
Yes.
So another thing enye niliona kwa hiyo live
Yeah, Gen
live
Z.
ya nani? Yeah,
JK.
the former
JK.
deputy president Rigathi Gachagua. You know, one thing I'm loving with him is when the government stoops low, His Excellency, Right Honorable
yes.
former deputy president stoops
Yes.
even more lower.
Yeah.
You know, because niliona pia akiwaambia, you know, like kulikuwa na interference ya mitambo during your live TikTok yake in the morning. And you know, that's the, because you know, ni kama imekuwa a back and forth. Yeah, because sasa the government munaongelea ex-wife alienda
gawen.
Mukanyaga pia atawakanyaga.
Like when like let me tell you, so you keep quiet. This is your ex slandering you out here. This is your ex saying unajua achana na Nick. Oh, alikuwa ati sijui anifanyii and you're quiet, yes? And this person is already married now.
Yeah.
You gotta be at some point and be like, wewe kwenda kwanza, huko unafanyaga, huko unapigiga watoto, huko unafuanga nguo, huko unafanyaga. So why they still talking about Gachagua? And that's why ameshinda akiuliza the question.
Yes.
The question of, is Gachagua the roads?
Is Gachagua the hospitals?
Is Gachagua the children ambao wanafukuzwa shuleni?
Come on.
Is Gachagua all that?
Our government needs to style up a bit.
You need like ana decorum.
They need to contact themselves, you know, in a decorum way.
Ni kwenda tu kutusiana huku nje.
Because jamani, what's this we are seeing? What's this we are seeing? Instead of, you know, like telling Kenyans what you have done.
You know, in fact, on that note, I want the producer Atweke. I am being told that Kindiki is meeting with Taita Taveta leaders. I want to hear what they are talking about.
Is it live?
It is live. It's for us to know.
Is meeting leaders from
Taita Taveta.
Taita Taveta.
So I'm being told wako live kama tunaweza weka hiyo live. Tusikize hapa pia.
Okay, as our producer works onto that.
Yes. So let a producer angalie.
Angalie maneno.
Because seriously no. You mnafaa kwa mnaongelea like forget about your ex. Whatever they did or whatever they are doing, forget about them. Let us go to newer things. Show your children.
Yeah.
Basi umejenga wapi baba? Basi umefanya nini baba? Wacha kutuambia mambo ya ex alifanya.
Actually,
Ex alikudisappoint.
Aje. Tuache hizi back and forth vita zenye hazitasaidia Kenya tafadhali. It's 2 years, you know, to election.
2 years to election, and right now I have said strategy ni 2 years ya kuplan vuta impeach bro. Unamuimpeach, unafukuza wife anaenda.
Tutakuwa tunapiga siasa 24/7 from January to December.
January Kenya is just elections and
for
the
politics.
All
5 years.
For all 5 years and nothing maendeleo. But right now the Gen Zs of right now and the people right now like no.
We are tired of this.
No. Somebody called the popo.
Yeah.
Sawa, ayeba.
Yeah,
no, we're not doing that. We're tired of doing that shit.
We're tired of doing that shit.
No.
You know, it's high time, you know, like the government, you know, like hata wasitusikize, but let them do what they are
Wafanye
supposed to
tuone
do.
mambo, tuone what you're doing. Let us see
Tuone,
it.
you know, tuone like them, you know, delivering to the promises that
Yeah.
they say they will do.
And you're doing nothing.
They're absolutely doing nothing to Kenyans. Let me ask you one thing, Zulfa and Felix. What about, you know, the state of economy in our country? What about the state of economy in our country? Are things really working out well in our country when it comes to economy? You know, like unajua unaweza fungua biashara kutoka asubuhi hadi jioni ukose kuuza kitu.
Yes. Yes.
Big companies are shutting down.
Yes.
Wanna reduce, you know, their employers.
Let me tell you,
Because,
someone
you know,
told
they
me.
can't cater for, you know, for their nini.
And the taxation and the
the
revenue ambazo
taxation, the
watolezwa.
revenue.
Wanatozwa ushuru. Someone was telling me that ni kubaya. Grown men are crying out here.
That's true.
Vibaya sana because any design wamefinywa.
Kunoma.
Design wanafinywa ni noma.
And on the same, the government is telling us the economy is stable. Where? How many economies do we have in our country? How many economies are we running in our country?
You know, like I'm gonna ask them. Let me tell you, I regret kwenda lingia kwa regime actually, because idhot anakuja. Unajua, there's one thing I told you. Wakati wa kura watu Gen Z were not voting, walitulia tukabaki, hata watu wadogo hawaku vote, hawakufanya. So they were like, you know, we are going still to be the same. Tunadanganya wazazi wako na they have interest.
Zulfa.
Yes.
Tunaweza producer ananiambia hiyo anaweza cheza, tunaweza sikia huyo mzee anasema nini.
Okay, sir.
Oh, okay.
Foundational problems that we've been dealing with in the last 2 years, led by President Ruto. By the grace of God, that macroeconomic stability has been provided. Interest rates now are coming down. Last year alone, interest rates have come down. The CBK rate has come down from 15.4% to now 11.25%. What that means to a local businessman in Mwatate or Wundanyi or Taveta or Voi is that today, banks which were not lending to businesses, more business people now can access credit, because when the central bank rate was high, all banks were only giving credit to government by buying government securities. But because the rate is not very attractive now, they have now to start looking for businesses to lend money. So that's how you stimulate the economy, through interest rates. I'll give you another example, because when we talk about dollars and how the dollar stabilized, somebody somewhere there in Taveta or Mwatate asks, what is the connection between the dollar and me in Mwatate here? I'll tell you the connection. The people, many of the things we use at home, even in the rural areas, are imported. The people who import these things they have to convert Kenya shillings into dollars to be able to import, because you can't buy using Kenya shillings from China and from America and other countries. So the people who import that mali that is sold in the hardwares and the places, you know, in the markets at home in Taita Taveta, they import those products. If the shilling is weak, if the Kenya shilling is weak, you will need more shillings per dollar, meaning you spend more money to import one container. And that means the price that product will be sold to the local person eventually will be higher, because the shilling is weak. You need more shillings per dollar. You need more shillings per container. And therefore, you pass that to the person buying that product in the local shopping center. If the shilling is strong, as it is now, it's getting stronger, you need less amount of shillings per dollar to exchange to get dollars. Per container, you use less money, and therefore the price of that commodity at that local shopping center will be low. Sijui kama tunaelewana. So hii mambo ya dola na interest rates sio mambo ya huko, ni mambo yetu sisi wananchi hapa chini. And President Kibaki used 5 years to deal with the macroeconomic stability after the presidency of Daniel Arap Moi. President Uhuru used 5 years to deal with macroeconomic issues which had arisen. President Ruto has used 2 years to deal with the macroeconomic stability. The work that remains in the next 2.5, 3 years now is now microeconomic growth, incomes at household level, revitalizing sectors that majority of wananchi drive their livelihood from so that they can have money in the pocket. What are those sectors? Agriculture, livestock development, issues to do with livestock, issues to do with fishing and the blue economy, issues to do with mining, isn't it? 90% of the people of Kenya, other rural areas, you do a scan. Much of their income and livelihood comes from agriculture or livestock or blue economy or fishing or mining. So that is what is happening now. Improving household incomes, empowering communities, and then job creation. Job creation also adds incomes to families. We are creating jobs locally through the affordable housing program. We are creating jobs locally through the digital jobs that are coming with the ICT hubs that we are constructing, about 1,400. We have already done 272. And we want to accelerate that program, including ICT hubs in Taita Taveta. But we are also creating jobs abroad for our young people who want to go and work abroad. And please, there is nothing wrong with labor mobility. It is foolish to say our children, our young people who get jobs abroad should not go and do them. That is awkward. We are not exporting our people. Neither are we assisting them to migrate to other countries. We are just sending them to go and work, save, invest here, and after some time when they have made good money, they are always welcome to come back home, isn't it? There are many people who are born in Taita Taveta, but they work in Nairobi. Are they not still sons and daughters of Taita Taveta? Are they not still sons and daughters of Taita Taveta? Yeah, and they go home every Friday or every 2 weeks or every end of month. What is the difference between the person from Taita Taveta working in Nairobi and the one who has got a job in Dubai? There's no difference. They're just working. Those are workstations. In fact, it takes 5 hours for the person in Dubai to reach Kenya. It takes longer time for the person working in Nairobi, if they are going by road, to reach Taita Taveta, if they are going home, isn't it? The world has changed. Let our children go and work, invest, save, and they are always welcome to come back home. So we are creating jobs. We are revitalizing sectors of the economy that have the greatest impact, the greatest number of people. We are also addressing macroeconomic stability to ensure businesses get affordable credit, and that's what will empower the community. That is the vision of President Ruto. So we came here today for one simple reason. As you are aware, I'm the principal assistant of the president. We cannot expect the president to be alone in running government. That's why there's a deputy president, there are ministers, there are PSs, there are other people. So part of my work is to assist the president to make sure that we stay on course on the development agenda of the country. Yeah? All corners of Kenya. So he's in Western today. I was with him the last 3 days, but he has allowed me to come and meet with you so that I support him as he handles Western. I'm also meeting the people of Taita Taveta to discuss their development. That way, we will achieve a faster development. So that's why we are here. And the way we will do today's sitting, because I know you came a bit early, although I want to apologize. We had said you come from 10:30, so that we settle from 11:30, but I think there was a communication breakdown. I take responsibility on behalf of my office. And next time we'll plan better. So what we are going to do today, we are not going to discuss everything today. We are going to proceed as follows. Each constituency will retreat somewhere with your MP. Somewhere. Hii compound ni kubwa. Tafute kona fulani, mukae hapo. Mukae hapo museme, kwa history yote ya manifesto, ya nini, ya broad-based, ya ile mambo rais ameahidi, for Taveta, or Wundanyi, or Mwatate, or Voi. For us, these are the
from
key
the second in
things.
command.
There should not be more than 5 things.
Amesema.
His
Forget about the
Excellency
cross-cutting
Dr.
issues,
Abraham,
like the Samo
Professor
issue is cross-cutting.
Abraham,
Eh?
Professor Dr.
Abraham.
Kidhure Kidiki.
Kizure
Kindix.
Kindix. Mimi nataka Kindix.
Unamwitanga Kidix.
Kindix.
All right.
So Kindix. Before we get into Kindix, Peter Kimani amesema good afternoon Zulfa and Felix. Hi Nick, we miss you in the morning show, big up. Nikwambia umeshaanza kupendwa huko.
Thank you so much.
Peter
Thanks so
ikubali
much.
umekubalika nyumbani.
Karibu Peter.
Kim ndo sijui kwa nini hataki kunini.
Bia ameshikana kidogo.
Kukomenti.
Wezi jua.
Yako kwa ground. Unajua he is always doing the Lord's work of helping and the vulnerables in different capacities.
Fine,
and ways.
umekuja at his defense. That is good. That is good. So the thing is, we've had Bwana Kindix and everything that amesema. Nataka tuanze na Felix. Then we get to you. Felix, hebu niambie, umemsikiza yule bwana? What do you think? Ukasikia tu points wake pale vamesema vinajaribu kueleza wale wananchi wa Taita Taveta. Sijasikia, we don't know because hatujasikiza the entire speech, yes? Maybe kuna mada taongelea barabara. Ya Taita Taveta, si ndio?
Yes.
But for now hajaongelea Taita Taveta barabara ambayo president alisema last year that ina
Kwa tamak.
alisema aje that word uses anaanzisha anasema that word
Ile anazindua
miradi.
Miradi.
Umesikia launching, yes. Has it been launched yet? Who has heard anything about that?
There is Excellency, the second in command hasn't mentioned something of that sort.
Yes.
Okay, it was Felix Tan.
Felix abonge no ukuje.
Zulfa. There is something yenye tumekuwa tukizingatia, hata ndugu yangu alijaribu kusema. When you are trying to speak about something, just iweke mahali. Ama enda, si siku hizi kuna hadi nje mtu anaweza beba footage akuje nayo kwa venue awambie like this is what we have been doing and let us project it there for you to see.
Yeah,
projector zipo
because
iconnectiwe ionyeshe huko vile hiyo
digital era.
Yes, we are in a digital era.
So sisi kama kitambo eti ni barua inaandikwa
na watumii pesa zao za mfukoni
hapana. It can be done. In fact, hata mnaweza tuma cameraman huko afanye kitu, afanye live coverage na mkionyeshwa.
Yes.
So we don't want maybe these people to think that hii era yenye tuko ni ile ya kina wale watu wanavaa koti yenye kuna vifungu mbili na slit moja kutoka nyuma. So I don't like the way they are trying to do their things. Na maybe kama imefanywa, thank you, but we have not had, you could have been told. We want to see.
Talking of that, Felix, I heard and I saw, it's the previous day, there was this committee enye ilikuwa in place. When you watakuwa wanaenda kwa ground, like how do you call it, taking pictures and the videos of all the projects that the government has done, or they in the process, they are still in the process, and showcase them to the Kenyans. It's like a month now. It's almost a month now. And I haven't seen
Any pictures
any pictures,
being
any
uploaded,
videos
any videos.
of any government projects ongoing government
But
projects
they proposed that they are going
being
to do so.
televised.
Wali propose it wanaenda kufanya hivyo.
It was there. The committee was, was put in place. People got jobs for that particular specific, task. And since then, I haven't seen anything of sort, being televised, being shown to Kenyans.
So waliajiriwa wanaendelea kukula mishahara bure tu.
Na ni kila mwezi mshahara inaingia. Na si pesa hivi.
Ndo ghost workers, pesa ya umma inatumika huko.
I tend to believe we got a lot of ghost workers in.
I had in Kisii ati kulikuwa na gari 20. Na gari 20 ambazo ziko na madereva 500.
Gari 20.
Wait.
Ziko na madereva 500.
Ulisikia?
Hata Simba Arati mwenye alikuwa anafanya anaenda kwa kina kuangalia
anaangalia napata 20 cars with 500 drivers that are paid. Felix atuambie.
It's only Felix.
Ati mbona
From
Felix?
that region. I tend to be listening.
Yeah.
You come from that region. Hizo zilikuwa Garuma kama zilikuwa Garuma. Because Simba, the governor from Kisii, Simba Arati, was the one doing that. Was the one, enda alizidua hiyo
those secret, the ghost workers, that apparently, yes, you're from there. Umetoka hiyo mtaa mbele kidogo, but unajua story ya neighbor. Obviously, like if I come from like wapi, Kisumu, ndajua story ya at least ya Mbaluya kidogo. Si ndio?
Yeah, kweli.
Yeah. So the thing is, Simba Arati alisema ya kwamba magari sijui za county.
This is the point, hiyo issue, I heard about it, but I'm not sure about it.
It's true, those things still exist.
Yes.
Ghost workers work.
Watu wali complain sana. By that day nilifika nikaulizanga, why are they maybe insulting this governor this much? Zulfa, uliona kwa mtandao hata watu wanamuingilia, watu wanaingilia Simba, watu wanaingilia Simba, sijui nini Simba. Yes.
In fact, I didn't know that bibi yake mimi ni mchinku.
Ni mchinku.
Baka ile po inakuja kusikia watu wako like ati someone had really written a really nasty comment on X. Sawa?
Yes.
Saying that Chingchong is running.
Hatutaingilia mambo ya kuoa mtu wako.
No, imagine someone went kwa wife yake. Someone on X went to eti that Chinese B word is running Kisii County.
How now?
Those were just insults.
Yeah, they were just, maybe
I don't think you should go personal kwa mtu. Attack mtu na kazi yake. Hata usiseme ni mnono, usiseme ni mkonda, usiseme don't say.
Yeah, don't say. Go, that's
ongelea wewe kasema Simba Arati ufanyi kazi.
Kweli kabisa.
Sema useme bibi yake, watoto wake.
Hapa ifanyiki.
Usema you are not doing. Nick.
Yes.
You are not presenting the way you should be presenting.
Because you the one, wewe ndo tulikuwe, we elected you to that position.
Yes.
So you should be accountable of the questions zenye tunakuuliza
not your wife.
About the county. Not the wife and those are.
In fact, nikasikia mpaka wife alikuwa anaambiwa
hiyo point yenye ulisema, let me make it clear kidogo. Hiyo point yenye ulisema, that guy ni vile mostly anapenda vitu zenye zinakaa straight. Let me tell you the truth. Na kumbe mtu mwenye ako straight ni kama hitajiki kwa society.
Si tulisema hivyo, tulisha establish that.
He came to find that some members were just assigned where they can get some cash from, and and their services are even not known. You see,
they are not known to
they are not known completely.
You cannot show like
you're not sure wewe unafanyaje nini hapa.
Au ma drivers wenye umesema, I can justify that it is the truth, because watu wengi walienda nyumbani, kazi zingine hazikuwa zinafanyika kwa sababu those vehicles zilikuwa zimeharibika. They were worn out completely. Zingine ziko kwa compound za mapolisi, they are not working. Unaona? Lakini bado mtu ameasainiwa kazi hiyo gani. So when he came to do some of the consideration, he came to find that money is going where we are not even seeing the result, you see. So he decided to do some
cleaning.
He decided to clean up everything that seemed to be.
Now we have established that right now.
Yes.
Peter anasema kind link. Kind elaborate. I don't get kind link. Anasema kind link. So the thing is, right now in Kenya, the moment you start speaking the truth, you become the enemy of the state, like number one.
True.
Wanted in Kenya.
Sasa tusiambiane ukweli. Na midomo tulipatiwa ya nini? Tufunyiliwe kwa ukuta.
Bro, hiyo midomo ndio imesaidia watu kutudanganya mambo mengi. They're making a lot of statements and I wish wangenyima midomo kidogo wapatiwe nguvu za mikono na miguu.
Wanataka mwende with the same way. Mimi kudanganya mdanganye pia tudanganyane.
Not really. Not in this Kenya.
You know,
hao ndo wanafaa kwenda kwa countries zingine ama tu ajicreate their own country kwenye they will be telling lies.
Yes. Tumesikia Kindiki amesema aje about jobs. Amesema kuna mtu ambaye content Taita Taveta lakini ako Nairobi. So he's comparing Taita Taveta and taking people out of the country. And as you say, as you've said, yes, hii pesa inatumika kwenda those people wachukulika huko kwenda kutumika to develop another country.
Where are you taking our competent, like
our teachers, our soldiers, our
so competent people, like to go and develop other countries, while our own tuko tu. Why are you doing such? And we are here bragging, like chest thumping, saying that we have delivered.
That's what me as a producer. I want to listen to that guy, to Mr. Kindik's talk. And the people of Kenya wamsikize. Let him speak.
You have created employment as the government.
Anataka aseme vizuri.
Where is that employment?
I wonder, kama producer anaweza kubalia. Tumsikize vizuri. Vizuri tu.
Ama maybe Zulfa akisema we are creating employment ni how those those competent
those ghost workers
wenye tunapeleka out of the country.
No, we want employment hapa.
Tunataka hiyo implement hapa to the government wanasema
one thing you are told.
We have brought the housing.
Let me ask you. Ukiwa mtu mdogo ulikuwa unaambiwa aje enda shule usome. Ukisoma utafanya nini?
Utapata kazi.
And you did that and your mother sold everything. She sold even her own clothes
for you to go to school.
And then you come out of school after amesha kupeleka umesoma 8 years of doctorate or 5 years of law and more, and then there's no jobs huko. Unaenda kuosha.
How many graduates out here are tamaking
ama wengine wameshaenda pia Dubai kuosha nini?
Even some of them are your colleagues, you know them.
Yes.
Even mine.
Yes.
But when you to be graduates now, like yearly how many graduates manzi wanatoka ngapi hivi nje?
Mkuu, we have got friends wenye wanaelekea kufika miaka ya retirement na wajaipata kazi. Na walisoma vizuri.
Ilibidi mtu aende atafute kazi nyingine.
Yeah.
I saw someone banning, I don't know 2020 what. They were banning their Form 4 certificate.
Yeah, I saw that guy. That Port Kenya guy.
Yeah, akaban zote because zimekuwa hapo.
Zimekuwa tu. They are just papers. What for? That's how
mtu ambaye mjasoma hiyo just.
That's how desperate.
Yeah.
We have become as a nation.
Sikupenda.
Ukiona
like mtu amefikia mahali anaweza choma vieti vyake. Umse ame lose hope na government, ame lose hope na life yake. In fact na anaona there is nothing will ever
to that
help
end point.
Yeah, wallahi.
So kitu yenye tu anagojea ni kukufa.
Yeah.
And we are here as a government telling Kenyan people that we have created employment. Where is that employment? You're not seeing those jobs.
That's why
ama kazi zinatokea kwa hizi housing projects zinaendelea, and those housing you have seen them zinajengwa in the urban centers whereby unaambiwa you will buy a bed sitter at $1 million Kenyan shillings. It is in the public domain. Uliona zinaitwa studios. Studio una get a bed sitter whereby it's called a studio in the slang in today's slang, like studios. You are going to get a studio at $1 million shillings whereby says unajua unaweza pata kashamba a quarter an acre with only 300 Kenyan shilling. With that $1 million utanunua kashamba ujijengea kwako.
Si ndio?
Sasa
You go somewhere in Kavulu.
wakati
Na sasa hizo
bedsitter
Kavulu you
itakuwa
buy
unapromisiwa
a
bedsitter.
250.
Na sasa hizo unapromisiwa bedsitter yenye iko 8th floor at $1 million shillings. Na sasa hiyo bedsitter iko na huko hivyo urban, iko urban na iko huko hivyo nyumbani. It's not in the rural areas.
hiyo ni hatari mkuu.
Is it really helping Kenyans?
Hizo nyumba
Million.
za nani zajengewa nani though?
Million.
Kenyans.
Kenyans wa
Million
gani?
shillings.
Ndio wanashindwa inajengwa Kenyans wa gani?
Affordable.
So watu watoke
Sasa
Unajua, hiyo ndio
a million.
affordable.
watu watoke huko rural nini areas wakuje urban centers kuishi kwa hizo nyumba na wafanyi kazi to those cities ama to those towns.
What?
Is it even adding up?
Now this
Is
is
it
my
logical?
question. This is my question. Was those houses being planned for those people who are working, ama wale wenye wako homeless, wale wenye wana mashamba? Maybe mtu alijipata kwa duniani hana kwa hata shamba hana. Sawa, hao watu maybe wanaweza patikana, sivyo? I want you to figure out bedsitter ikwe 1 million, sivyo? Ni lini mtu anaweza kuja kuraise hiyo pesa ainunue? Na maybe kwa sababu wenye wako employed mkuu, unaona watu wenye wako employed, wenye wako kwa government kabisa, mtu hawezi anza kununua bedsitter, sivyo?
Kuna mtu hawezi nunua
Huyu
bedsitter.
mwenye ako ordinary mtu kama sisi kwa mfano, ndio tunapiga mahesabu ya kupata mahali pa kuishi. Nianze kununua million bedsitter,
Million.
na nitakuja bro, nitaenda nizae nikae na watoto. Tena haiwezi make sense.
Felix Zulfa on that same point. You know, hii
Doesn't
pesa
make
ya
sense.
kununua hii bedsitter at $1 million unatoa wapi?
Ndio nakuuliza.
While hata saizi
Kama ni wale watu wenye wako employed, sawa, wenye wanaweza those people who can afford it, they are going to be given transfers. They are not going to
listen, even
bro.
Felix,
Unajua like hizi residential houses zenye ziko around, maybe mali mtu anaenda na rentisha, ni kwa sababu those who are living there ni wale wenye wana work somewhere where those houses helps them to hail from that place to work. You see, si watu wengi wao, si watu wenye eti wao ndio wakazi wa hapo. So ukiamua kuambia Mkenya anunue nyumba, si mbaya, sawa, but hiyo nyumba umesema ni affordable, sivyo? But itakuwa affordable vipi ukisema bedsitter ikue $1 million?
$1 million.
na before hata tuanze kuongelelea bedsitter $1 million, a mita hiyo ni mili wangu, mita imesimama.
These guys wanatuchukulia aje?
Sawa, before hata tuanze kuongelelea mita and so on and so forth, kwanza we should have sorted the issue of employment. Sasa utatoa wapi pesa hiyo milioni ya kununua? Na kununua hiyo bedsitter tunajengewa na government na una kazi.
Yes. Nilikuwa namwambia Lewis, namwambia wangekuja angalia. So walisema they gonna create employment, ndio? Wakuja hapa waone what is in Kajiado. Cash crop ya Kajiado ni nini?
They are pastoralists.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wajenge like a dairy farm.
Yes.
Waandike watoto kama like let's say like 50,000 youths.
50,000. Yes.
Sawa?
Yeah.
Waende Ukambani, what is here? Kuna maembe.
Kuna maembe.
Wa create abo ya process juice.
There. Yes.
And on whatever and fruits.
Yes.
Waende hivyo. What are you creating anemia 1 million for?
Thank
Peter
you.
anasema at Felix is talking the truth. Those people are too low. I see an MP was launching 8 classes which you can see without such that so much explaining not the launch of the sugar money and the same time ban the farm. That is Peter. Sawa?
Peter.
That is Peter. So what am I saying? Hii mambo mnajenga huko 1 million. Pay out employment.
Kwanza patia watu employment, watu
Sila
wakuwe na
kwenye
pesa.
kampani kubwa hapa ya dairy. But ukiandika na 10,000 news umetoa watu kwa streets.
Hao watu umewatoa kwa streets, hao watu wamesaidika. Huyo mtu hiyo pesa kidogo anapata atatumia mamake.
Yes.
Mamake atanunua sukari pale.
It circulates.
Bado economy yetu inaendelea kugrow. But what we are talking today, like our economy is not working. I saw yesterday, you know, our very own president akisema mama boga is happy. Where? I'm asking myself,
Does he buy mboga yeye?
Where are those mama bogas? Where are those boda guys? Like, see, those are the people we meet on the ground each and every day. Everyone is crying, everyone is complaining about the economy.
You go buy nyanya, you told nyanya moja ni ya 20 bob.
Yes.
Sasa mama mboga
Na watu wa
atapata
boda.
mama mboga atapata raha wapi? Kama yeye mwenyewe anaishi mjini, sawa? Na babysitter ni 1 million.
Thank you. Huyo mama boga hata kwa siku anashindwa kuraise. Saizi hakuna mama boga hata atafungua kibanda hapa. Hata anaweza ka siku mzima atapata atapata mnunuzi. Juu watu wana pesa, watu wanainama. Hiyo ni ukweli.
Yes.
Huyo ndo mama boga nataka afford a bed sitter at $1 million shillings,
Bro,
Kenya shillings.
watu siko baya. They really know that there are some of the individuals in this city wenye kitu kama 7,000 ndio mshahara yao ya month. 7,000. So wao, unajua, let me tell you the truth. Hata deputy president akuje hapa right now akupatie 20,000 Kenyan shillings, truly haiziona kama ni pesa amekupea. Unaelewa? Let me tell you this. Haiziona kama ni pesa amekupea. Sawa?
Actually,
Wamezoea those huge sums of money. Sasa imefika like even when they are trying to talk about something, they are seeing those things as normal.
That's it.
Unanielewa bro? I want you at some point upate your time, ingianga hata FB sometimes ama TikTok, utaona some of the aspect vile watu wanaishi. Kuna clip yenye niliona jamaa fulani anafanyanga content ya charity. Dani Wema, I don't know.
Dani Wema.
Yes.
Nilipata
akioji mama mwingine mwenye anaishi kwa nyumba ya nyasi. Na hiyo nyumba ya nyasi iko na bedroom na kitchen at the same time, na furthermore inanyesha. Bwanaka alimtoka akaenda mjini. Sawa? Na huyo mama anaishi tu hapo na watoto. So when these leaders wanna make all these things they are trying to program whatever, tumefanya hii na hii, they don't remember like they are those people who are totally living in a very poor lifestyle. Bro, there is no way unaweza jenga a residential home karibu na town, sivyo? Uite affordable housing. Hatukatai, truly itaenda kusupport wengi, lakini si hawa wa mama mboga vile unasema. Bro, mtu wa pikipiki hawezi akaishi kwa nyumba yenye na cost sijui ni 10,000 na yeye mwenyewe hawezi tengeneza 1,500 per day.
That's the question, you know, like
unanielewa?
Tukiongea tukistrategize tafadhali. We say this government, that's what they told us.
Yes.
Itakuwa government ya mama boga na watu wa boda boda. Ni sawa, tuko tunataka watu wapate hizo big position, but kuna competent, you know. There are some of them who are competent. Kuna graduates manzi wanaendesha nduthi hapo hivi.
Yes.
Wasupport their family.
Anambia afanya electrical engineering. Sawa?
Alipata first class.
Yes. Na kwa like nitafanya aje? I have to survive. Mamangu na babangu nisha exhaust na kuna nyongo nyuma. Inabidi I have to pay my own house. I have to pay staff. I have a wife. I have children who have to go to school. Sitangoja nenda utatama for how long? Inabidi ndo kwa chama, ingie kwa chama upewe nduzi. And on that note, I'm going to read a comment ya bwana Peter. Anasema, Felix, about Simbarati, I agree and disagree. Because even the women rep said that the China wife controls Kisii County. Even in tenders, tell us why Kisii contractors were demonstrating because of. Remember when the people, Deputy President Gachagua was in office, Ichungwa and 38 other MPs from Rima said Kindix is a link to the president. I dare ask, when did the ML use Kindix to meet the press? By the actually, about, I'm going to ask Felix now this one about the China woman, yes?
Yeah. Yes.
Why are you laughing?
Why are you laughing? The Chingu woman, all right?
Yeah, sawa. I heard someone say though, for real, sawa, that everything passes through wife. When you go even to the deputy, to the governor's office, is that wife giving rules, giving instructions and giving everything huko. Simbarati doesn't actually speak a lot yet, no kwa pia, but wife ako pale tu. Wife ndo kwa ofisi anapeana rules venye vitu ni, and they said that they work there, and it is true that the wife is there giving rules. So Felix, tuambie about that.
Zulfa, I have been insisting that work with what you see, but not what you think or hear. You see, what we can hear is all about, okay, they will help us maybe upande wa warnings and be prepared of something maybe you are not aware of. But tukienda kwa reality, obvious mtu wakiwa kwa leadership lazima atakuwa criticized mostly by the opponents wake, unaona. The fact is Zulfa, that governor is anakaa straight sana. Ni yule mtu mwenye akikutuma kitu atakuuliza yenye ilibaki iko wapi, na hiyo ndio kitu watu hawataki. Unajua mimi nawaambia ukweli.
But sasa
you read from that county as per today.
Yes.
Unaweza tuambia any development the governor amefanya, any
tangible development
governor amefanya yenye imesaidia wakaaji wakisi, wewe mwenyewe ukiwa mmoja wao?
Bro, first of all mimi sikangi Kisii.
Alright.
Sawa, but most of the time
shai Kisii.
Ni shai, but si wakati ameingia kwa leadership, sawa? And at the same time huwa ninafuatilianga vitu zenye zina happen. Bro, huyo mzee alikuwa na claim like he found that county ikiwa kwa mess. Hadi nilisikia at some point kuna pesa zenye zilituma kutoka kwa national government kuja county zikuje kufanya kazi, if possible akazirudisha. I don't know kani ukweli ama ni uongo, sawa? Lakini the fact is some of the projects zenye zilikuwa zimesimamiwa na men of what? The contractors. Alisimamisha kwa sababu the corruption ilikuwa juu sana.
Na after alisimamisha, what has he done?
Sasa kama sahi kitu yenye mimi niliona imefanyika, hata niliona online imefanyika vizuri, ile stadium renovation, some of the markets zenye zilikuwa zimestuck, unaona, zimeshughulikiwa by the way. But vitu zingine maybe hizo tu barabara nini mimi sijaifuatilia nielewe bro. I cannot maybe patia mtu sifa yenye mimi inaweza kuwa fake. Mtu akiniuliza hapa next aniambia sasa tuende utuonyeshe, bro, sipendi kuwork with na kitu yenye haiko reality. But the fact is hiyo story eti maybe eti lazima kitu information ipitie kwa mke wake ndio sijui nini, eti mke wake ndiye ana control mambo na county. I can say those are propagandas from his opponents. Yule Simba Rat said maybe ako straight sana, sasa kile kitu iko sawa. But let me tell you the truth, some of them are just complaining ama they are against him because he seems to be so straight. Bro, what we nchi yetu, they want where they can fionza, where they can be parasites, where they can be comfortably be parasites, where they can comfortably take something without struggle. And that is what Simba is not. That okay, he cannot digest, you see. Yule Simba anakaribia kuleta some aspects za Matiang'i kidogo za kukua strict, but mambo na corruption mimi sijasikia. Na kama maybe
so in short he is delivering to,
he is trying to deliver, but kuna messes zenye zili happen.
He has done something.
Yeah, amefanya. Sasa mwenye anapinga eti hajafanya tuambie chenye hajafanya. Unaona? Yeah, he is one of those people wenye wanataka kuona kila kitu kiwa straight. Maybe kama developments zake zilikuwa delayed, bro, let me tell you the truth, ni kwa sababu alikuwa anajaribu kufuatilia vitu zenye zimekuwa
zikitengeneza,
zenye zimekuwa kukwama.
Yeah, it has been like now 2 years, in office. Awfully, Governor Simparati of Kisii, it's will get the message, and ataendelea kudeliver to his people. But mi kitu yenye naweza see viongozi wetu ni tafadhali tuache hii maneno ya tuache this particular game ya kurushiana maneno. Now like huyu alifanya, huyu hakufanya, come on.
We don't have that time.
We don't have time, to hold those talks, in public. We should be presenting, to the public what we have done and what we are about to do as the government. Tuachana na blame games.
Mambo yalifanyika.
Hiyo iliisha, ilipita. What are you doing? That's what we want to see as Kenyans.
Hapo pia mimi ninakuunga mkono. Truly ninakuunga mkono bro. Yeah. Wajua like most people do play blame game. Unaona? You are just there wasting time ukijaribu kutukumbusha diona vitu zenye. Ona sasa hapo mahali walimes rekebisha. Unaona? Hiyo ndo niliona most of the time governor wa Kisii angefanya nini? Angeonyesha chenye kilikuwa kimefanyika na at the same time akumbuke like time pia inasonga. Unajua pia ukituonyesha vile walimes time ikisonga na furthermore hujafika kufanikisha any of your manifestos zenye ulifanya uliambao
watu umepiga tukelele nini.
Ndio maana bro mimi siwezi yenyewe nao sema aje amefanya mengi ama hajafanya mengi, lakini yale yenye najua ninaweza tamka. But the fact ni moja, let those people who are in office to do their work, bro. Yeah.
If you have been appointed to any position in those offices to work for the people of Kenya, what Felix is saying, it's very simple. Deliver services to the people of Kenya. That's what we want. Hiyo ndo maana tuko everywhere, tuko out here kwa mitandao. Hiyo ndo tunalilia kama wa Kenya. We want to see accountability.
In fact, accountability ndio kila kitu.
Yes. Kama we gave you that responsibility, now we want to count you in for that responsibility.
Kama uwezi enda home.
Tafadhali kama
someone can be accountable for why he tax whatever. Sindio?
Yes.
So I'm still getting messages of watu wanataka kuona hiyo video ya Mr. Kindiki.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Producer can do something towards that.
People want to listen to him speak.
Someone is saying, welcome to Kenya, where a sitting president with all the failed promises has already started campaigning for presidency come 2027.
African Union
Promising new
by the
promises.
grace of God next month.
Bado haja deliver zile.
Should we call him a promise of promiser?
The promise land.
We have agreed it is true we competed.
We are the promises.
But
We are the promises.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
the
He's the promiser.
promiser.
The promiser. That would be a very
promiser
great movie.
who is always promising.
A great movie called
Kenya.
The Promiser of Kenya.
Yeah, the promise of Kenya.
Then in other
Doesn't matter how
The promiser promising to the promises.
yeah, and the promises. This movie should start.
They do not have
But
Like,
the
people
promises
are
are
being
tired of these
And the
promises.
government-
Yes. And
Because
then
they
that
are
sequence.
empty.
No, sequence. Okay, let us listen to Kindiki.
Let's listen to Kindiki
And
kindly.
when it is time for campaigns again, we are free to convince each other to see whether we can work as a team or whatever during the campaigns. But right now, in between, we must all pull together. That's why this meeting is like this. Sasa mahali tumefika, tungetaka tutathmini yale maswala ambayo ni ya kipaumbele kwa ajili ya wananchi wa Taita Taveta kwa ujumla. Mkutano huu sio wa siasa. Huu sio mkutano wa kusema nani atakuwa mbunge, nani atakuwa MCA, nani atakuwa governor, woman rep. This is not a meeting. This is a meeting about how to take Taita Taveta forward. There is work which is being done by the county government, but a lot of work also is being done by the national government. So with the two levels of government must work together. All leaders must work together. And as a way of involving the people, that's why we have this team here. We have agreed when we consulted with your leaders, and that's why we took a bit of time consulting, that we'll have even a bigger and more participatory meeting. This time not in Nairobi, but in Taita Taveta County, where we have more people. Here maybe we are just over 500, almost 600 people. We can have a bigger meeting of even 5,000. Just to plan, to track, to review, and also to input into what government and all of us in authority are doing to make sure that the citizens of Kenya get a better life. President Ruto has spent the last 2 years working on the foundation of a stronger economy. When he assumed office, we had very serious foundational challenges, economic foundational challenges. And many people mistake when we say so, and they think we are blaming the previous administration. That is not true. At the point where President Uhuru was leaving, we had just come out of one of the biggest pandemics in the history of mankind, called COVID-19, where for more than a year and a half, the whole economy was shut down. Nobody was working. People were staying at home. There was no productivity. And all the resources of the country were diverted to save our lives as human beings. True or false? So because of COVID and other global issues of that time, that's why by the time President Ruto took over, high inflation, weak Kenya currency, high interest rates, and all the foundational problems that we've been dealing with in the last 2 years, led by President Ruto. By the grace of God, that macroeconomic stability has been provided. Interest rates now are coming down. Last year alone, interest rates have come down. The CBK rate has come down from 15.4% to now 11.25%. What that means to a local businessman in Mwatate or Wundanyi or Taveta or Voi is that today, banks which were not lending to businesses, more business people now can access credit, because when the central bank rate was high, all banks were only giving credit to government by buying government securities. But because the rate is not very attractive now, they have now to start looking for businesses to lend money. So that's how you stimulate the economy, through interest rates. I'll give you another example, because when we talk about dollars and how the dollar has stabilized, somebody somewhere there in Taveta or Mwatate asks, what is the connection between the dollar and me in Mwatate here? I'll tell you the connection. The people many of the things we use at home, even in the rural areas, are imported. The people who import these things they have to convert Kenya shillings into dollars to be able to import, because you can't buy using Kenya shillings from China and from America and other countries. So the people who import that mali that is sold in the hardwares and the places, in the markets at home in Taita Taveta, they import those products. If the shilling is weak, if the Kenya shilling is weak, you will need more shillings per dollar, meaning you spend more money to import one container. And that means the price that product will be sold to the local person eventually will be higher, because the shilling is weak. You need more shillings per dollar. You need more shillings per container. And therefore, you pass that to the person buying that product in the local shopping center. If the shilling is strong, as it is now, it's getting stronger, you need less amount of shillings per dollar to exchange to get dollars. Per container, you use less money, and therefore the price of that commodity at that local shopping center will be low. Sio kama tunaelewana. So hii mambo ya dola na interest rates sio mambo ya huko, ni mambo yetu sisi wananchi hapa chini. And President Kibaki used 5 years to deal with the macroeconomic stability after the presidency of Daniel Arap Moi. President Uhuru used 5 years to deal with macroeconomic issues which had arisen. President Ruto has used 2 years to deal with the macroeconomic stability. The work that remains in the next 2.5, 3 years now is now microeconomic growth, incomes at household level, revitalizing sectors that majority of wananchi drive their livelihood from so that they can have money in the pocket. What are those sectors? Agriculture, livestock development, issues to do with livestock, issues to do with fishing and the blue economy, issues to do with mining, isn't it? 90% of the people of Kenya, other rural areas, you do a scan. Much of their income and livelihood comes from agriculture or livestock or blue economy or fishing or mining. So that is what is happening now. Improving household incomes, empowering communities, and then job creation. Job creation also adds incomes to families. We are creating jobs locally through the affordable housing program. We are creating jobs locally through the digital jobs that are coming with the ICT hubs that we are constructing, about 1,400. We have already done 272. And we want to accelerate that program, including ICT hubs in Taita Taveta. But we are also creating jobs abroad for our young people who want to go and work abroad. And please, there is nothing wrong with labor mobility. It is foolish to say our children, our young people who get jobs abroad should not go and do them. That is awkward. We are not exporting our people. Neither are we assisting them to migrate to other countries. We are just sending them to go and work, save, invest here, and after some time when they have made good money, they are always welcome to come back home, isn't it? There are many people who are born in Taita Taveta, but they work in Nairobi. Are they not still sons and daughters of Taita Taveta? Are they not still sons and daughters of Taita Taveta? Yeah. And they go home every Friday or every 2 weeks or every end of month. What is the difference between the person from Taita Taveta working in Nairobi and the one who has got a job in Dubai? There's no difference. They're just working. Those are workstations. In fact, it takes 5 hours for the person in Dubai to reach Kenya. It takes longer time for the person working in Nairobi, if they are going by road, to reach Taita Taveta. If they are going home, isn't it? The world has changed. Let our children go and work, invest, save, and they are always welcome to come back home. So we are creating jobs. We are revitalizing sectors of the economy that have the greatest impact, the greatest number of people. We are also addressing macroeconomic stability to ensure businesses get affordable credit, and that's what will empower the community. That is the vision of President Ruto. So we came here today for one simple reason. As you're aware, I'm the principal assistant of the president. We cannot expect the president to be alone in running government. That's why there's a deputy president, there are ministers, there are PSs, there are other people. So part of my work is to assist the president to make sure that we stay on course on the development agenda of the country. Yeah? All corners of Kenya. So he's in Western today. I was with him the last 3 days, but he has allowed me to come and meet with you so that I support him. As he handles Western, I'm also meeting the people of Taita Taveta to discuss their development. That way, we will achieve a faster development. So that's why we are here. And the way we will do today's sitting, because I know you came a bit early, although I want to apologize. We had said you come from 10:30, so that we settle from 11:30, but I think there was a communication breakdown. I take responsibility on behalf of my office. And next time we'll plan better. So what we are going to do today, we are not going to discuss everything today. We are going to proceed as follows. each constituency will retreat somewhere with your MP. Somewhere. Hii compound ni kubwa. Tafute kona fulani, mkae hapo museme, kwa history yote ya manifesto, ya nini, ya broad-based, ya ile mambo rais ameahidi, for Taveta or Wundanyi or Mwatate or Voi. For us, these are the key things. They should not be more than 5 things. Forget about the cross-cutting issues, like the Savo issue is cross-cutting maybe to almost the entire county. But you can still repeat it and say for us, mambo ya Savo, ile mambo ya revenue sharing, mambo ya wildlife human conflict. And then we have 2 critical roads. The government will do so many roads. Don't worry. And already that is in progress. But I want to hear it from you, that for us, if you do for us this road, we as a constituency, and some of the roads are cross-cutting. Kuna kama ile ya Ring Road, it's cross-cutting. So almost every of the constituencies except Taveta, I think, will mention that road. Then for Taveta, I was there, the president was there. There is even a road he has said by end of this month, early next month, ataleta contractors. Ndio? Si namna hiyo? Ile ya Taveta, si tulikuwa hapo 2 weeks ago hapo. Taveta, Chala, Njukini, Rombo, Ilasit. 66 kilometers. So let's not repeat ourselves. Muzeme tu taita Taveta, sisi watu ya Taveta, this road, and maybe there was a ranch issue there, some whatever, then some water issue, not more than 5 per constituency. It will be recorded as proceedings of this meeting. So when we come back, and that consultation should not take more than 15 minutes. 15 minutes, we know the issues. After 15 minutes, we have plenary. In the plenary, when we come, I will sit here with my notebook, and there's somebody else from my office also recording. So what we do, we'll say, Taveta, these are the 5 major priorities. Voi, the same. Wundanyi, the same. Mwatate, the same. And the person to present will be chosen at the constituency level and should not be the MP. Sababu MP tuko na yeye huko kila siku. Huyu Bwire daily. Mama Aika daily. Huyu Shake daily. Governor, we talk every day. So hakuna haja sasa tuanze hapa sasa tena tukifika hapa ati mwenye kusema ni Shake. Tafuta mtu yako hapo moja wewe, so long as there is consensus, so that we own these things as many of us as possible. Now the person who will present will have between 3 minutes and 5 minutes. Kusema the 5 priority issues. Na ikiisha 3 or 5 minutes maximum, na gonga kengele, ama microphone inakuwa switched off. Tukimaliza those presentations, I will just ask the leaders just to say jambo, and then we finish. And there will be lunch here. So tukimaliza, there is lunch. And after that, mutaambiwa vile mutaenda nyumbani, so that I can also go and meet delegations from other counties. Is that a good roadmap? Is that a good roadmap? So before we break for the 15 minutes, and I forgot to mention our mzee there, my elder brother, PS Moisaka. I see he's part of this team. The former PS Philemon Moisaka is with us, and we appreciate you for what you continue to do for the country, and all the other leaders. I may not have mentioned everybody. So before we go there, I want to ask the leader of the majority, because most of the things will require parliamentary support. Okay? Like the things we are doing, Savo, kuna mambo hapo ya bunge. Number 2, many of the issues we want to do for Taita Taveta require budget. Sindio? So mwenye kusukuma hiyo maneno ni kiongozi wa wengi. Rais akishamaliza na maneno yake, mzigo inawekelewa huyo mtu. Wachana hata na chairman wa budget. Huyo chairman ni mtu mdogo, ni kama assistant chief na county commissioner. Sasa county commissioner ni Kimani Ichung'wah. Kuja usalamia hao watu na uambie vile utawaunga mkono, you'll support their development agenda. And before I cede the mic to Kimani for just 5 minutes, then we break. And then the leaders will greet us at the end after the presentations. Si sasa tuko broad-based? Si tuko broad-based sasa? Si rais na ule mzee ndugu yetu sasa they are together? Si huyo ndugu yetu anaenda kuongoza African Union, the whole continent. Ile kura itapikwa Addis Ababa. Kura ya kwanza itakuwa ya nani? Si ni ya William Ruto? Kura ile itapigwa, ni nyinyi mtaenda kupiga kura? Wapi watu ya ODM? Nyinyi ndio mtaenda kupiga Addis Ababa? The first vote ni ya nani? Na Ruto, President Ruto akishapiga kura, mobilize the other heads of state and government, his peers, to vote for our candidates. Naona maana ya umoja. Tungeweka kisirani, even if Prime Minister Raila Odinga wanted to be AU chairman after the election results, tungeweka kisirani, singekuwa lose. Kenya loses and our candidate loses. But because of patriotism and loving country more than self, this rapprochement is helping us now to realize a very important objective. Na chief campaigner, chief agent, atakuwa Kimani Ichung'wah. Mimi nilikuwa chief agent wa William Ruto. Sasa chief agent wa mzee Raila, Addis Ababa. Kimani tutamtuma huko 1 week before. Kwenda kuangalia hakuna maneno huko, and he will leave 1 week after our candidate is sworn in. So we are now broad-based. Let's start communicating the broad-based development agenda for Kenya. Usiachie tu Haika kwa sababu ni mtu ya UDA peke yake and the other UDA person. We are now one team Kenya, isn't it? So mambo ya vile government inasaidia, mambo ya barabara, mambo ya savo, mambo ya madini, let us all do it together, because many of the problems we are having with the wananchi is because they don't know what is happening. Alafu wanadanganywa kwa mtandao hapo by somebody who is abroad. Mtu amekaa kwa computer abroad anasema Taita Taveta kuna kitu inaendelea. Wananchi wanaangalia kwa mtandao wanakubali. Why? Because the MCA has not told them what's happening. And because now we are one. Every person here is an ambassador of the broad-based arrangement and the broad-based agenda. Kweli ama si kweli? Ni kweli ama si kweli? Leader of majority. Kuja usalamia watu. Na ukimaliza, you can ask us now to break into the groups. Asante. Karibu kiongozi.
Tunaweza kumsikiza bwana Kindix. Ameongelea vitu kadhaa, si ndio?
Kweli.
But kwa sababu wale muda umetupita, we shall continue this discussion kwa Kenya News Alert Updates. That is saa 10 to 6. Yes? So I'm going to give you a moment, Bwana Nick, utuambi machache yako, and then Felix, and then me, and then we finish.
All right, thank you our host Zulfa and Felix. I'm just going to quote what His Excellency, the second in command, Kithure Kindiki, has just said. Maneno yenye au viongozi wetu wanasema wakati wenye wamesimama mbele ya sisi kama wa Kenya. Maneno mazuri sana. Soothing words, you know, za kutuliza roho. But matendo hayaonekani jamani.
The words are really good.
The words are really good.
Really
We are going to do this, but matendo hayaonekani.
Matendo ndo hamna sasa.
Wa Kenya wanataka kuona matendo. Hawataki kusikiza hii maneno mingi. Kazi hakuna. So tafadhali our leaders, let's make sure we deliver to our people what we promised them. Yes.
Okay, Felix.
Thank you so much. Bro, umesema kweli, yani unajua wakati ninasikia matendo huwa nasikia raha. I have no word, guys, and thank you so much for joining us. My name is Felix Andrew. Kenya News Alert TV is a home of politics. Let us meet us from 4 vile Zulfa alisema hadi 6. Cha tusaidiane kimawazo. Let us enlighten ourselves so that we can know what we can do as Kenyans. Thank you so much.
So on that point of Kenya News Alert, let us, it is the heart, yes? The heart of politics.
Heart of politics.
The heart of politics, yeah?
Yes.
So Peter Kimani anambia Zulfa, why should the president take advice from the state officers when they resign and expose him? Remember the recent Peter Mbai, who resigned, he tried to advise Ruto about the margin of government functions. We shall come all that, but wakati bado umetupita by far. So the thing is, this is Kenya News Alert. Unaipata TikTok, unaipata Instagram, Facebook, kila mahali, soon to be a national television. And I'm your host, House of Zulfa. Tupatane baadaye. Yes, bye-bye.
Bye. Natukatia live.